The last time I changed my collection of spices, I couldn't get myself to throw the spices out because they were a bit aged by then, 2 years old, and some of them came from a far away country because of my Airbnb guests. So I kept them because I just couldn't get myself to throw out such old things. I always wonder if I keep really old food, if they transform to different substances, and by then they were 2 years old, many of them, and some are even older. Some were like 5 years old, and I just had a collection of spices, and at that time my intention was to change the spices, the recommended frequency, which is 6 months, every 6 months. And what I do is go to the bulk food shop. This is the way I recommend you change, get your spices. And I get only a handful of each spice I can find, and I have all the spices that bulk food store sells. So I have a really large collection of spices, and so all the spices in the spice jars at that time, the last time I changed them, which was 3 years ago, I put them here, and my intention was to eventually sprinkle the grass outside in our lawn with these spices and hopefully give it some nutrition. But it was snowy back then, and I didn't get the chance, so I didn't bother doing it. But I forgot about them, and I just remembered them recently. But today, 2 days ago, we got our cat back. We gave him away to a new home, which isn't far away from our home, and he managed to escape and come back to our house. I guess he enjoys living with us. His cousin, he's a new adoption for us. He's causing, his name is Prince. He's causing problems with my other pet cat. She's, in my opinion, she's the one who is pooping because of him scaring her to death. She's pooped 5 times in my room, which really peeved me, and I start now closing my room regularly and try to keep the cats out. It makes me very mad. I was patient for many times, but it just got worse and worse. Pooping under my bed, pooping near my clothes rack there behind there, very difficult places, sprinkling pee on my vacuum, and pooping on the last straw was when they pooped on my, or she pooped, I think, my mother thinks it's him who's pooping based on the smell of the poop, but I think it's her from her fear. She's a very scary cat. and scared the cat. And yeah, she pooped on my couch. That was the last straw, and she pooped on the ground, and I stepped on the poop and spread the poop around. That was all I could take. So he came back, and he likes to sleep in my room. I had my door open, my defenses down. So he came in my room and slept where I put beside where I put this, and I suppose he poked it with his claw, and then released the fumes in it, and the fumes smells like a combination of vomit and caca. I guess it's due to the age, and it's really disgusting. So I thought one of them pooped again, but I remember when I recently rediscovered this, how bad it smelled. I realized it's this. Yeah, I think I see the hole here. Yeah, here's where his claw went in the bag that was enclosing these spices. But yeah, I had all this collection of spices, and I figured there must be some way to use these old spices to do something with them, rather than just throw them out in the garbage. They're really old, and you know, I'm always fascinated by the chemical transitions of things, and especially things that are very fragile, chemically fragile, like food. You know, what is the transformations they go through chemically. Chemistry is a fascinating science to me, and that's why one reason I like to keep old food, to see that the transition stages they go through. You would like something to turn into some kind of valuable thing, you know, over age, and unfortunately there's no objective way to measure or see what transformations that occurs in these things, chemicals, and yeah, so I'm very limited to what I can utilize these things for. These things I keep, yeah, and so one thing to wonder about, how does age affect old stuff, or something in there. Let me see, some kind of grains. I wonder what, I don't know. Want to see what these are. I think they might be spices. See, it looks like black, or sunflower seeds. Yeah, sunflower seeds from the sunflowers I used to grow at that time. Still here. I used to grow sunflowers with my vegetable garden, and just for aesthetic reasons, but they taste wonderfully. These I used to get the raw sunflowers from Ukraine. I Ukrainian place that sources them from Ukraine, and I figured the radiation from Chernobyl would make them kind of X-Men sort of mutated sunflowers that grow very big, and they didn't disappoint. They were very robust sunflowers that grew impressive, and if you want to grow sunflowers, I suggest you get the seeds from Ukraine. My theory is my perception is that they are from Chernobyl, but who knows where they come from Ukraine. But that's what my appeal of it is, and yeah, it tastes great. So I don't know what I might do with these, but yeah, I'm gonna sprinkle these in the yard and see what happens to them. There's a chervil. Some chervil herbs. I never got to really use them in food, but yeah, every 6 months I was supposed to. I only did this twice because of my Airbnb place which I was renting. I was ideally supposed to change all the herbs and spices, but it was never practical or feasible because none of the guests ever cooked, let alone use the spices, and my appeal was to be sort of an exotic place, a sort of place that afforded all amenities, and give them a bit of a luxury of being able to try the rare things that discover stuff. But unfortunately, no, I didn't get many guests who took advantage of what I offered. They just came here for the destination and not for the experience. And yeah, most were uppity people, and I appreciate them. They were high class people who, with the highest manners, and they're respectable, and yeah, I'm not complaining. They saved me a lot of problems by using my place minimalistically, and I appreciate them. But yeah, my intention was to provide people with rare experiences and provide them with places where they can explore and discover new stuff. Yeah, that was my attraction. But near the end of my Airbnb stint, it stopped. It didn't seem to have a drawing effect on people. I stopped getting guests completely, and so I'm not. I'll put it out there, but I think I'm trying to remain humble. Maybe I don't want to seem delusional, but at that time Toronto was I said this in another video, Toronto was really booming. It was on fire, it was very hot, and I think I had something to do with that because of me venturing out and meetups and just affecting the environment around me. I know, delusional, whatever. I was for 1 year just emanating my vibe throughout the city. I was out there meeting people in downtown mostly. I was in downtown mostly, just roaming the place, meeting people, doing stuff downtown. And I think it had an effect. Yeah, call me delusional, but I gotta say what I feel. I can't, under value myself, and this is what I feel. This is what I sensed, and yeah, I'll stop there before I go too far with my self gain, self raising. And yeah, so what do the chemical transformations happen in all things? That's the question. And they're in over time. I guess, well, not know from this video. We're not gonna. Maybe I'll make a follow-up video to just in case for some reason, or I mean, just in case that there is an obvious outcome in the lawn after I sprinkled all this spice, and yeah, so ton of, yeah, these are spices from Oman, used what do you call them, coffee, some coffee, they mix it with hail. Yeah, that's the way they drink their coffee, and a lot of other combination of spices. Yeah, hail is fantastic. I wish I had more eating experiences with it.